So let's imagine you're an officer in Michigan. You get a call about domestic abuse from a neighboring house. You come in and you try to open the door. You can't get the door open. You and your partner are shoving that door open. You just assume that somebody's standing there and that they're holding the door shut. And then when you finally get that door open, you find that what was holding that door shut was trash. Trash, feces, dirt, anything possible. As you wade through this house trying to get somewhere, you find this woman, an 85-year-old woman, sitting in a chair. She's covered in trash. She's covered in her own feces and her urine. And then as you walk through the house, you find her 50-year-old son and a caretaker living in the same house. Now, this is not something that is not normal. This happens every day. These are the cases that you just don't seem to hear about. Elder abuse is common. And I know for a fact because I watched it. When I was in high school, I worked in a nursing home. I saw abuse all the time. I saw physical abuse, I saw emotional abuse, and I didn't say anything. I didn't know any better. I felt that since I was a high schooler, maybe I would be listened to. I didn't have the right to say anything. I just didn't say anything. And for that reason alone, I need to help these people in any way that I possibly can. And maybe you should too. Just remember that these are your elders. These people are the reason that you are here, that you are alive. So let's find out about the different types of abuse. Physical abuse. Physical abuse is any type of abuse that causes harm. Emotional abuse is yelling, making derogatory remarks. Now, financial abuse is when an older person is scammed and their money is taken away. So, if you notice your grandparents acting different, let's look for some signs that might show that your grandparents are facing this kind of abuse. Now, physical abuse. Now, that's obvious. That's evident. You see the bruises. You see the scars, the scabs, anything. Now, emotional abuse, you may find that your grandparent has become withdrawn. You may find that they're nervous. They rock back in the chair, and they suck their thumb. Going back to things that you did when you were a baby. And then, of course, financial abuse is when you find maybe their bank account was drained. Maybe the will was changed for no reason. Now, you need to look for these signs because that is a sign. These are signs that there is something wrong. Now, let's look at some facts and figures that show that this is an everyday occurrence. And the thing that might surprise you because, and I know I thought so too, nursing homes are not the place where most of these places happen. They happen by these elders' family members. Now, according to the Elder Abuse Incident Study, 90% of cases are by people that the elders knew. And 2/3 of those cases are by a son or daughter. Now, according to the American Psychological Association, 2.1 million elders are abused on a normal basis. And according to the helpguide.org, there are 6 or 7 different types of abuses, including physical, emotional, and financial abuse. Now, sexual abuse is a problem, and they find these abuses every day. And for evidence of that, let's look at a picture. This is a bed sore. This is the bed sore of a woman that was left lying there for who knows how long. They never kept her up. That is disgusting. This is just one example of how bad this can get. So now we have to find a solution. And it may take some time and it may be a little bit difficult. But I have a proposition. Why can't we do like Child Protective Services? They have a case where if you feel that there is abuse to children, you call in a number. Why can't the government set something up like that? Why can't you, if you feel that you know somebody that has been called, you call them? And I also think what would be a good idea, because most of the time you see, as ABC News showed a clip of a man being beaten by a nurse, you see that most of the time they know these people. So why don't maybe we find when somebody has to move and they become incapable of taking care of themselves and they have to move to a relative's house, all you have to do is go to the courthouse, sign some papers, and say that you're moving residence and why you're moving. Well, then the state will be notified of this. And why can't we just have, like how we have Child Protective Services officers, why don't we just have them come in randomly? Just come, check everything out, make sure that everything's okay. Because these people are the reason that we're here. They are just as important as we are. And we must remember that we have to respect our elders.